worker. I'm a factory worker.
So I was telling Mr. Ramkumar, we're going to have like a relaxed conversation among ourselves.
Yes,
so I'll pose some questions. Then you can also pose questions among each other. And then, of course, Datuk Bakar has got slides that he wants to share. So we just, take it easy. It's mainly to address this issue of how the engineering profession is changing because of this digital age and all this, and how this can impact on education in engineering and all that. So if we can have those kind of discussion, that'll be very good. So Datuk Bakar, I have voted for you, I voted for you.
You're supposed to keep a secret, huh?
But you don't have fellows here.
you have, you have to keep a secret. Actually, I wanted to change the background, but somehow or other the official one didn't pop up. Never mind. I put natural background. I'm not sure. I just put any background. Huh? Hang on.
I'm actually speaking from my office, house office.
Yeah. Okay.
My
Now
house office.
Okay, that's more like a...
Professor, maybe Datuk Bakar can just give a little bit of backgrounds, because this is the first time I'm meeting Datuk Bakar and Mr. Ramkumar. Just a brief.
Yeah, why not? Datuk Bakar, he is a very well-known man in Malaysia.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Please, Datuk Bakar, for Datuk Marshal.
Thank you for prompting me. Actually, I've been wanting to see you for many years, but never got around doing it. Anyway, I started my career also in a factory. I'm also a factory worker. I started my career as a factories and machinery inspector.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes, in a factory.
Dosh.
I see. Now it's called DOSH lah, but that time we call it Factories and Machinery Department, the ground floor of MIC building. That was back in 1973, and Datuk Ahmad and I, we were contemporaries. He went to bigger university, much better, well-known university, Monash. I went to Bush University. They call it Bush University. My university in Newcastle, New South Wales. The JPA officer said, "Oh, that's a Bush University and no supermarket nearby." What kind of mentality is that?
But anyway, for the information of Datuk Marshal, Datuk Bakar was one time Director General of the Department of Environment.
I heard that, yes. I just want to make
sure.
You
have a lot of dealings. Linus, a lot of dealings with environment.
But unfortunately, I left the department in 1995. About how many years? 27 years ago. Yeah. No, more than 27 years. Yeah, right.
But environment is still in your blood, huh, Dato'?
In my blood, yeah. Yeah, right. Okay, that's background. Yeah.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Coco?
Hi.
Yeah, our MC, Coco. Yeah, please.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Nice to meet you all. Hi.
Sound like you're from Myanmar.
Hi. Yes, I am from Myanmar. Yes.
Clever.
So shall we begin our panel discussion?
Yeah, please.
About Kumar, maybe he can introduce himself.
Oh, Mr. Ramkumar. Okay, a brief.
Yes, sir. I am Ramkumar from India. I am General Manager of a company called Front End Electronics Private Limited. It's in state of Tamil Nadu. Actually, we have been in the market for this 26 years, sir. We are a manufacturing a lot of embedded system products meant for industrial automation, sir. Our vertical is more towards industrial automation. In fact, our automation products are in Malaysia. We have been exporting so many products to TNB, especially that substation automation, sir. Substation automation products to TNB. Malaysia.
TNB, they're doing a lot of business.
Yes, sir. TNB.
Yeah.
TNB. And then also we have been in the educational business for the past 26 years. We developed lot of trainers for electronics laboratory of circuit branch engineering.
Yeah.
Lot of trainers went for engineering labs, sir.
Oh, okay.
In that continuation, we had signed an MOU with your university. Dr. Ahmed Khan's initiation, we signed an MOU and we donated a lot of trainers to your university also, some power electronics trainers.
Okay.
We are basically electronics company with industrial automation backgrounds. We were embedded company, sir.
So it's an electronics company and they use a lot of rare earth.
Lot of
So, Coco, we should be recording
Yes.
this because
I think
chairman
it's already recorded, right?
recorded. Okay, good.
I think
because
so.
Dato' Peter, he has expressed his wish to attend, but
Okay.
he has some other things. So I said, okay, we'll record this and we'll share it with him when it's recorded.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Can
Prof.
start.
Ahmed, it's recording, right? You can view
Yeah.
from your end, right?
All right.
Okay. So I would like to begin our panel discussion. So I will be doing the introduction and I'll be passing the floor to Prof. Ahmed to continue the discussion, okay? All right. So can everyone hear me well?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, good afternoon. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to our panel discussion today titled Engineers in the Era of Digitalization. My name is Coco. I'm a postgraduate student researching on membrane technology and nanotechnology in UCSI University, and I'll be your MC for today. As engineers, we cannot refute our impact and responsibility to society, the economy and industry, the environment, and the nation. With ever-escalating issues of climate change, increasing population and depletion of natural resources, and the ill effects of pollution on human health, engineers are pushed to explore new frontiers to mitigate these complex challenges. Today, with the advancement of the IR 4.0 agenda, we have entered the era of digitalization, where the tools and technologies created in this era have an immense impact on our problem-solving capabilities. Today, I have with me 4 distinguished speakers who are prominent for bridging academia and industry together. To start off, we have Professor Dato Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim, Professor of Chemical Engineering at UCSI University, who will be the moderator for today's panel discussion. Next up, I would like to introduce our speakers, starting with Dato IA Dr. Abu Bakar Jafar, the former chairman of Malaysian Green Technology and Climate Change Corporation, Dato Sri Mashal Ahmed, Managing Director of Linus Malaysia and Vice President of Linus Corp Australia. And lastly, Mr. Ram Kumar, General Manager of Frontline Electronics Private Limited. Also, I would like to apologize to Associate Professor, European Engineer, Professional Technologist, Dr. Ang Chung Kit, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Technology and Built Environment of UCSI University, will be unable to join our panel discussion today. We hope he'll be able to enlighten you in future events to come. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to pass the floor to Professor Dato Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim to initiate today's panel discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coco. And again, apologies from our Dean, Dr. Ang. He's not well, so he can't join the conversation. As I mentioned earlier, we just want to have a conversation where we will pose some questions, and you can also ask questions among panelists about this issue of the changing situation for engineers as a result of this digitalization era. So first of all, maybe we can just get a brief overview from each of our friends here about this change that is happening. What are your views in terms of impact on engineering education or engineering profession? Maybe we can start with Dato' Bakar.
Yeah, I have taken the liberty to prepare about 6 slides. 5 or 6
Yeah,
slides.
yeah, no problem. You can share the slides.
Could somebody share my slide? I cannot talk without the slides, you know. I'm not very good orator. Okay,
Yes.
right. Because some of the words, sometimes this online not very good. But could somebody help me to download the
Yes.
slide I shared?
No,
earlier?
Fariza, are you sharing the slides?
Prof. Ahmed, I think I'll help with the slides.
You're sharing. Okay, good.
Yeah, so I'll share my screen, yeah?
Yeah, okay. Okay, the first slide, actually, I was referring to what I understand as engineering. So, can we show the first
Okay.
slide? Yeah.
Okay, this is the first one. Yes.
Okay, these my own words, because I was looking at when I Google definition engineering, there's so many definitions. So I thought maybe I should coin by understanding what engineering is all about. So I would say engineering is a discipline that translates science into technology, innovation, and economic development that ought to benefit society and the environment for a sustainable future. So that's why I feel what engineering should be about. And this is my own definition, so maybe you can also discuss whether I missed anything, in this definition.
Yeah. If others have some too.
Yeah. All right. Then my second slide, I must share with you this one of the paragraphs that was released on the 3rd October in Kyoto. I was representing the president of the Academy of Sciences Malaysia at the Science and Technology for Society Forum.
Oh, Science for Society. Yeah, okay. All right.
Science and Technology for Society Forum.
Yeah.
This the 19th year they have been having this, and I must say I didn't hear much about this forum, but I must say this forum was, if not more, but as impactful as the World Economic Forum, but somehow rather not known to scientists because not much publicity, and I think this is a gathering of so many leading scientists in the world, and I met so many Nobel laureates, in chemistry, in physics, and even in economics. Professor Stiglitz also was there in economics. So, and one of the paragraphs touched about the challenges in the digital society, and I thought it's good to share with all of us here, and this is very fresh, released on the October, today is 7th October. And I haven't shared this with even our president and the academy, but I take the opportunity to share this with all of us here. Okay, the first sentence there is talking about providing some background to the subject of digitalization. So I read here, challenges in the digital society, the revolution in the scale and speed of communication, and the massive growth of information and the proliferation of social media platforms have created a new digital society and have changed where and how people access news and information about scientific, political, and societal issues. However, that's interesting. The first part very positive. The second part is not positive, it is negative. These same attributes have also created a crisis of confidence where misinformation, disinformation spread rapidly, which is extremely detrimental to people and even more seriously erodes trust in science, institutions, and government. So the last,
we saw this during the pandemic, Dato'.
Yes, this is to reflect what's been happening lately. Okay, the last sentence is the expected response. So the expected response is citizens, including ourselves, need to be empowered to protect their privacy and reputation and to exercise critical judgment to recognize fact-based reporting. A properly informed citizenry is necessary for adoption of science-based policies and evidence-based regulations. So that's what I would like to share. Okay, now the next one is the importance of digital technology and ICT. So I would like to share what has been reported in one of the publications of Academy of Sciences Malaysia. The next slide. Okay, I hope you can read it. Can you? I don't know whether you can make it any bigger or not. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, make it bigger.
Make it bigger just now, like the one you did.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Okay.
Can you cover the whole page? Yeah.
Okay.
Please hold.
Okay, can you move up because I want to refer to the bottom. Okay, right. So the Academy has recognized this published by Academy of Sciences Malaysia, SNT Foresight Malaysia to 2050 report. This is a very good report. And we have recognized out of 95 emerging technologies, 21 of them considered impactful emerging technologies to elevate Malaysia's well-being, wealth creation, and governance. But you notice this set of technologies are organized into 6 themes. So the first 2 themes are of our subject of discussion today. You look at the bottom left, the first 2. First, safeguarding our well-being, and that's where we need to ensure that we have to have this cyber security. Cyber security is very important. And then the second theme is democratization of knowledge, right? And the technology there is cloud computing. And I thought these are the 2 technologies that are important. And the next slide, the Academy of Sciences has released our Foresight 2050, the next slide. And now we want to share with people how to translate those themes into our economy, right? So we have this 10 by 10 matrix. The columns represent what are the socio-economic drivers, and then the rows are what are the relevant technologies. So if you look at the socio-economic driver, you see at least the fifth one, the middle one, the fifth one. This is talking about smart. I cannot read the whole thing, but smart, something to do with digitalization. And then on the rows, those are the relevant technologies that will be required in order to make the difference. So nano technology is there, but I cannot read from here. But I think you can Google the website and you can read the details. So that's what I'm going to share. Okay, next. Okay, this the summary what I thought what digital technology is all about. I would say it is a double-edged sword, and it does provide lights as much it generates shadows to society. It solves a lot of problems, and times this technology has been abused, right? Create a lot of these abuses that you see. A lot of people lost their monies because of the scams. These are what they call it shadow society. So I picked these words, lights and shadows. A lot of scientists that I met in Kyoto, when they discuss about digitalization, they use this word, lights and shadows, to society. So in conclude, I think what is important in Malaysia and other parts of the world, it needs very strong governance. So we have to really address, people have abused this good technology, and we need to how to beat them. So in short, in order to address this problem, I would recall the old saying: "It takes a thief to catch another." So, like you and I, we find difficult, but we have to really work with those people who have invented all this or come up with all this innovation, and those the same people should address the problem and tackle it at the roots of it. Otherwise, the whole economy, the whole world will be in shambles. Okay, that's my conclusion. Thank you, Dato'.
Thank you. Thank you, Dato'. Governance, in fact, is the challenge.
Yes.
And, in a society where there are a lot of silo working and all this is a big problem. And talking about this misinformation, actually, if we look in the past, what is popular communication is gossips, right?
Yes, yes.
So now, because of the new social media, these gossips are emerging everywhere. And people get attracted to gossips. Maybe we can hear from Dato' Sri Mashal. What is your take on all this digital thing that is happening? How it's shaping future engineers? How it's affecting our education? Yeah, Dato' Sri, please.
Thank you. What Dato' Bakar mentioned about the misuse of the digital technology, I got the big brunt of it. Okay.
I'm sure
and
you
how
have.
people,
Yes,
it is easy to misinform
Yes.
than to inform.
Yes.
That it is very easy. If I tell you a good story, nobody wants to listen.
Doesn't make a news. Doesn't make a news. Yes.
It doesn't make news. But if I tell you false information, that is what people believe. And believe me, to correct a misinformation is almost an impossible task. And I have said even this to the Academy Science of Malaysia and whatnot, plus all these experts. You are the last frontier. You are the people who must speak up to correct the misinformation. But at the height of the misinformation, the people, their mouth is like this. And I got to fight myself. And when I bring visitors to my place and explain, they say, Datuk Sri, why didn't you tell? I said, have I not told? Have I not gone to the press? But my press will only take a small bit. It carries no interest to the media. But conversely, if the news is on the other side, it will go to the front page. Okay, so this digital, anyway, I am not going to touch about that.
So, in fact, Dato' Sri, what you're saying is the experts, the scientists, the engineers are not communicating enough with the public. So what they hear is from the pseudo-scientists.
Okay, what I am saying is all nice. They have all the information. They have all the facts. In fact, I went to put the facts in front with all the numbers. But when you speak the truth, it does not come out. I've been doing this for the last 12 years. Okay, in fact, people ostracize me. But when the situation become good, when you do not need any them, when the need become less, that is when they start speaking up. But at the point when you really need them, they did not speak up. So
is something wrong with our education then? The engineering education. We're not training engineers to communicate with the public at large, to correct the wrong that is being publicized. Is this something to do with the education of engineers? They're just looking at machines and maintenance, but they're not looking at communication. Do you think so?
I understand. They know what they are doing, but because of various external pressures, they have to withhold their comment. I do not know how university. I think this is a cultural issue in the country where we have to bring our people from small to dare to say the truth and face the consequence.
Yeah.
Okay, but what we have today is that when the going gets tough, it is best to stay quiet, even though you know that 2 + 2 is 4. But it is best to stay quiet. When the thing has come down, then okay, it is right to speak. But I would take this platform. Professors, engineers, experts, Institute of Engineers. If 2 + 2 is 4, we have to speak out. We have to speak and say, sir, you are wrong. 2 + 2 is 4. But we have not come, our society has not come to that stage yet. I understand. I understand the reason why they are being, being on the silent mode.
Yeah, maybe Dr. Sri, maybe
yeah.
we can listen to our friend from India. What is the situation in India? Do you face this kind of misinformation as well?
And do the experts speak up?
Yeah.
Everywhere it's happening, sir. Everywhere it's happening. We also the same thing, but we have to come to the basics, sir. Morally, we have to come to basics. Principally, we have to high in moral. We have to teach the basic science, basic things to our students, sir. We are diving into more.
In fact, I know I've been to the UK. They have established this group of scientists, which they call Science and the Media. So what these people do, they are all PhD. They will scan all the news that come out, and they see anything not correct, then they will summon their colleagues who are expert in this area, and they work with the media to actually correct the misinformation. And these people are not controlled by any corporate or whatever. They are independent. So this has worked to some extent, but we don't have it here in the country. We have, people are free. I'm not sure about India, whether you have this problem of misinformation and slander against, which is non-scientific. Yeah. You have this?
Everywhere is there, sir. Everywhere is there. Gossiping is the trend here. Now also, everyone.
So, but how? My question is, how is this impacting on the training of engineers, this digital thing? Digital technology, misinformation. How do engineers have to adjust to this new era? Dr. Mashal.
Okay, I just want to highlight this thing. For the country to progress economically, okay, we need foreign investors. Foreign investors is an indication. When foreigners come to invest in your country, that is a clear indication that your climate for investment is correct. But if you have an internal investment, it's only from one pocket to another. Okay, one thing I want to put here is that foreign investors, because I run foreign companies, now I'm running a 100% foreign company listed in ASX for the last 12 years. Before that, 7 years, I was running a foreign company, an American company listed in New York Stock Exchange. Fundamentally, they will come to your country if the environment is correct. They can meet all the regulation, Datuk Bakar, all your environmental, all the regulations they can meet. But there is a very important point. They call it the social passport or license to operate. Even if they meet all the requirements, all the legal requirement, the standards and whatever, that is one portion. But if the public, for even because the public, because they receive wrong information or they have been intentionally misinformed, and those the professors like Dr. Ahmad, the real people who know the subject matter, do not speak up, so the public rejected this investment, whereas it meet all the criteria. So because you do not get the social license, the investment will not come. They will not come. Why they will not come? Because eventually, because of the social unacceptance, the goalpost could be changing, and no investor likes that. Datuk Bakar, what is your comment on my comment, Datuk Bakar?
I think what you said very clear, but
yes,
okay,
very clear.
I've been wanting to talk to you for many years, but I never got access to you directly. And actually, there's one question I wanted to ask you, because I've been observing about this controversy about Linus, right, through the press, through the media. But what I observe, the authority, the main authority, the key authority on your operation is Director General of Atomic Energy Licensing Board. I never seen him making any public statement to defend the approval of this factory. Never, and he is the key person. And if he stand on the facts and he makes public his view, nobody could politicize. And he's been quiet. So unless I miss his statement, I never heard. Because when I was a DG of DOE, you know, I advised my minister, sir, this is a problem, I tackle it. You stay aside. When we solve the problem, you appear. So I face the NGOs. I face every person when I was a DG of DOE. This is what I wanted to share with you.
Thank you, sir.
The DG of Atomic Energy Licensing Board didn't say anything. And because this your operation, as far as DOE is concerned, I think you could fulfill all the requirements as far as DOE is concerned under EQA. But the main issue is something to do with the radiation, and that comes under Atomic Energy Agency. Okay, that's my comment. That's what I wanted to ask you all these years.
Okay. Very good. Maybe we can move back to this topic of how all this digital misinformation and new IoT, how is it impacting on the engineering profession? Because now some operation can just be done by robots, you know. So the training of engineers, do they have to change, and how do they have to change? So maybe Mr. Ramkumar, we can start this discussion.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'll straight away come to your questionnaire, sir. In fact, India, that enrollment of engineering is declining. In India also is declining. People are more towards software and IT field. People choose more computer science branches rather than core engineering. Now core engineering is dying. So we have to make sure the core engineering should thrive. For that, our curriculum should be restructured first. For that, we have to more concentrate on core engineering, sir. For example, you take we have a lot of industry revolution happened. Earlier it was in the 19th century. As an industry revolution, it's called Industries 1.0, where machine replaces dangerous and heavy work. And then comes information technology revolution, where comes Industry 3.0, where machine replaces tired and tedious works, repeated works, machine replaces, where comes computers. Then now it's a digital era, digital era means is industry 4.0, where machine replaces knowledge and work. So now everything is connected with internet. So we have earlier, no, it's only computer and laptops. Now everything, all gadgets, start from the smartphone to laptops, your tablets, all gadgets is connected with the internet. Now a lot of new terms we are hearing new terms like IoT, artificial intelligence, data science, data mining, robotics, e-vehicle, lot of new terms we are hearing. So we have to update our skill sets, not the core engineering. We have to restructure this curriculum to adapt to incorporate this kind of new skill sets in our curriculum, sir. Not only we have to concentrate our basics first. We have to back to our basics, and then core subject we have to keep the core subject. One or two you can add. You can have that curriculum skilled co-curriculum core based core curriculum some course you can have.
Yes.
Okay. Can I grow on Mr. Ram Kumar?
Yeah.
Okay, Dato. Okay, Mr. Ram Kumar. In fact, I wrote the same thing you mentioned. I think we are both factory workers. Are you a factory worker like me?
Yes,
okay.
Sir. Very much.
Okay. I
Very
want to expound on what he said, because the way I see now is that, Professor, today we have Malaysian engineers. Unless we change this approach, then you see, okay, today you produce engineers. Engineers are now working in Malaysia. A time will come, Dato. A time will come when your engineers got no more job, or the job is not challenging enough. They have to go abroad. They have to go abroad. They cannot go abroad under the present circumstances, because last month I celebrated my 42 years working in factory. I'm a factory worker. Now I can see. Yes, I work for ICI Malaysia, ICI Australia.
So you must be a very highly paid factory worker.
Okay, so I run LNG plant, and then I run fertilizer plant. Okay. After that, I run American plant. The American plant give me the comparison. I'm not talking about governance. I'm talking about technology. It's too big to talk about governance. Let's talk about technology. When I ran American plant, I was the managing director for Eastman Malaysia, but I was the chief technical officer for Eastman Asia Pacific. We got 5 plants in China and 1 in Singapore. That opens my eye about, when I look back, this Eastman chemical plant require engineers of these attributes. Now, 5 children who are engineers, okay? I ask myself, will my children be qualified? Am I still there? Qualified to go and work in Eastman, Tennessee, Eastman, Funing, Shanghai, or in Singapore, because these Western companies, their factory is totally different. The attributes are totally different. I quote an example, Professor Dr. Ahmad. You know, when you talk about digital technology currently, way back in 2001, when we run our plant in Malaysia, if we have problem in starting up, all we got to do, call back Tennessee. Hello, Tennessee. Then somebody will answer, okay, we have problem to restart our plant. Normally, after a long shutdown, we have a difficulty to start up, okay, because everything is empty. Then after we try for a few days, then Tennessee call, hey guys, what you doing? What you Malaysian doing? Okay. Then I got to make a decision. Now we hand over control to Tennessee. This is 2001, Dato. Not now. 2001. Tennessee, we have given up. Now we are handing over control to you. From there, They start the pump to fill up the reactor. They start the pump to achieve the to achieve the various level, the temperature, the pressure in the reactors. Okay, they monitor and they start from there. So at that time, I was amazed. I said, "Oh my God, I run Malaysia LNG plant, the biggest LNG plant in the world. You know, I thought I am the king." But later I found these people, they're able to start my plant in Kuantan from Tennessee. So beat that, you know, and they can monitor my performance when, okay, Datuk Bakar, he is interested about environment. All our water discharge, our emission is online. They can monitor that. One thing the American afraid most is litigation. That is their biggest fear, litigation.
Yeah, litigation.
So
correct.
they monitor everything about my discharge and whatnot, plus safety, another litigation case, such that 25% of my salary is at risk if I got problem with my environment and safety. You know? So what I'm saying, 2001, they already have this technology. So back to what I'm saying, the Malaysian engineers, you have to adapt to meet the requirement of the maybe American, China factories technology, because one day you'll be going there. I'm not talking India because 30% of the Silicon Valley, the CEOs are from India. I've been to India, how innovative they are. You know, even equipment like GE, Nuvo Pinoni machine, compressors. I'm a turbine specialist. In India, they get the license and they make their own and they improve. So we have not come to that yet, Dato'. So that is where I am concerned. Yes.
Yeah, maybe we can listen to Dato' Bakar about this curriculum thing. So do you agree with what has been said by our two other panelists, Dato' Sri Marshall and Mr. Ram Kumar? Dato' Bakar?
Yes. Okay, let me go back. When I was doing my undergraduate,
yes,
I learned Fortran programming.
I remember.
I learned CNC machine.
I
remember. We're using the cards, Dato'?
Yes, and then I also learned from my maths teacher, maths lecturer, pattern recognition. And I would say these are the foundations of technologies that we see today. So pattern recognition is a foundation for artificial intelligence. CNC is a foundation for robotics, right? And programming, all the foundation, Fortran programming, all the foundation for software engineering. So in a way, I've started very early in my career. But the problem is when I used to work for, when I was a student, I didn't have my holidays during the summer break. I had to work in the factory. I worked for Commonwealth Steel to make a stainless steel, you know, to mix all the scraps, right? And then I worked for John Lysat to manufacturing of all these mobile homes. And then I worked for Alcan, you know, for the manufacturing of the aluminum, you know, to aluminum. So actually I started very well. But when I come back to Malaysia, I cannot build up what I've learned. Because our technology, take for instance, you know what was my first job? You know, all the palm oil mills, all using 1850 technology till today. They're so very polluting. You know, that was my first job.
So why is that, Dato'? Why is this happening in Malaysia?
Because you know what the trouble is, our capitalists, so-called capitalists, they don't care about technology. They want the cheapest, the easiest, more labor intensive. Till today, they're not modernized.
So how do we change this?
They want to import more labor. Now they get stuck.
How do we change this? How do we change?
I think this way government have to tell our
government.
Actually, the culprit in the country, you know what? Federation of Federation Manufacturers, and also MICCI. Not so much inside. But Federation Ministry, they don't want to undermine our policies. All the subsidies, they've been asking subsidies. But of course, the government justify all these energy subsidies for the benefit of the poor. To me, BS. To benefit the manufacturers. You know, you
I think
study.
we should meet Datuk Bakar.
And then
You are very...
my boss at that time, very progressive boss. I don't know, you heard Engineer Abdul Aziz Ahmed. And since I joined the factory machinery department, he has been, you know, arguing in front of FMM. High time we go robotics. Even those days, 1973. You know, we have the textile mills, all using labor. And all our electronics, high labor intensive. You know, our electronics, all workers, they call Minakaran. And then we still adopt the same mentality till today. How many years already? 50 years. We haven't moved any inch.
So this resistance to change, is it something to do with our education?
No,
The education? No.
No, they're highly qualified. And all these rich buggers, they went to Cambridge and Oxford and all these top universities in the world, but they come back, they have the same mentality. Nothing to do with education, just our bloody attitude, and the government keeps listening to them.
So
Okay,
that means, our education is okay. Dato', we are not going to change.
You know, Malaysian students going all over the world and they excel very well overseas. You know, they do not do because our exam is so tough. But they excel. You know, they fail in University Malaya in engineering. Then they went to Oxford and Cambridge and all the top universities in UK. They got first class honors. So something wrong with our marking system also.
Okay, I just want to touch on this, Dato', back to Mr. Ram was saying. I think that the way we have to teach our students to develop new engineers is that our engineers, we have to develop them with a view to them working in overseas market. Because that is not an option. Very soon, why can't we be like India? I'm not trying just to please Mr. Ram, you know, for them to be able, because I work in Tennessee, my director of laboratory is from India. For them to work with to compete against the American, okay, they must have that fundamental innovative, creative people, because foreign companies, they rely on R&D. You look in Malaysia. You wrote an article recently, Professor Dato' Dr. Ahmad. How many percent we spend on R&D? And what is our R&D prominent? No. But I can quote you. I don't know how you have to develop your new engineer, but for them to be innovative, like Dr. Ram said, they must have the basic fundamental. Without basic fundamental, there is no way you can enhance, because you don't have the basic. So that is why when I work over there, they always say, got your fundamentals right, okay? Now, once you get your fundamental right, you must be innovative. Example, when I was working for ICI in Brisbane, Datuk Bakar, I also kerja ke Australia juga. You know, we have problem with all the petrochemical plant. We have insulation coating on the pipes, okay? Be it cryogenic or steam or hot lines. And we have corrosion. So prior to that, you see, for us engineers in here, what we do, okay, we open up and then we replace the pipe, or we you know, that's the routine thing. But to these foreign people, to them is an opportunity. So what they did was they on their own in their daily work, they focused how to develop a technology where I can measure from on top of the insulation, and I can tell you how deep is the pitting, whether the pipe require replacement. I was so impressed. Just inside, the attitude of the engineers, even the senior technician, that is one. You know, I just want to inform you, in my younger days in ICI, when we are, okay, Datuk Bakar, you are with Dosh. Ammonia pressure vessel, you got to empty, you got to clean, put oxygen a lot before we can come in and do the inspection. It is dye-pen test, a magnet, all these things got to do physically inside. It's so hot. I lost a few kilo at every shutdown. But when I went to ICI Australia, you know what they did? I am giving real example. What they did was, they say, no, we cannot do this. This is not right for a human being, not right for an engineer. Then they come up, they develop, they put strain to measure stress on the wall outside the tank. They fill up with liquid, then there will be stress, and then after that they lower, there will be compression, expansion, compression. From the noise that is created and captured, they can tell whether there are cracks or deformities. Again, these are done by the engineers in the factory. Why? Because they say, I had enough being tortured going into the vessel. So you know why do we have that attitude? That I do not know how, Professor, you want to teach your people to have that innovative. Do you think they do once and succeeded? No. That is why the word research. They do many times, they fail. In the end, they got it. So what I am saying, do we have that mentality among our engineers? If we have problem, you know, I am not going to do the normal thing, going in, lost a few kilo, torture. I want to find something new. Thank you, sir.
So what you're suggesting that we need to teach our engineers this innovative thinking, the innovative way of doing things.
Yes.
So this is something which should be incorporated in the curriculum, right?
That is my view. Mr. Ram.
Okay, Mr. Ram.
What's your comment on my statement?
Yeah. Actually, in India, IIT's initiative, they have one institution called NPTEL. They are having a lot of online courses for artificial intelligence, IoT, industrial automation. Lot of courses they have. It's IIT's initiation. Like that, you have some set of online courses for that special courses. We need this kind of thing also. We have to concentrate more on our core engineering. Apart, we need this kind of these courses also, sir, in your curriculum. Or extracurricular also, you can have this kind of courses. In India, we have such courses, so many courses. It's IIT's initiative. It's called NPTEL.
Yeah. So I think it looks like this is something that is changing in our engineering profession because of the digital age. A lot of new technologies, IoT, AI, and use of sensors are becoming more and more dominant.
Robotics.
Yes. So that means all disciplines of engineering, whether civil, mechanical, chemical, or electronic, they must attune their curriculum to this digital technology requirement. Do you agree?
Yes, sir. Yeah? But without disturbing the core engineering values.
Without disturbing the core engineering values. Yes, it's important. Yeah.
Fundamental is very important. We have to back to basics, sir. If you are strong in basics, then only all these new technologies, sir.
Dato' Ahmad.
Am I right?
Yeah, Dato' Bakar.
Yeah, can I come back to the good point raised by Dato' Sri just now?
Yeah, right? Please.
Okay, I think he's talking from the environment not in Malaysia but overseas, right? Now,
betul.
Okay, so in Malaysia, if any smart technician, smart engineer wanted to do exactly what you have experienced, from my observation, I don't think they get the support of their bosses and the employers. You know, they say got the suppliers or procurement companies to come in. They never encourage that young punk there to work on it till he got it right. That's my observation. So the attitude of employers also very important. They must be supportive.
Yes.
And give incentives for them to be innovative. and keep
Okay,
trying
Dato'.
and keep some
Bakar.
money for this testing or R&D testing and all this.
So that's
Okay,
why I
Dato'.
call that innovation leadership. There must be innovation leadership.
All the employers, the shareholders must understand this. The
Yeah.
shareholders shouldn't be thinking about how to make money.
Okay, Dato' Bakar.
Yes.
Okay, at Linus, you believe or not, okay, now I think he's about, I cannot remember, maybe about 40 years old. But he is only an SPM qualified.
I will be
SPM,
surprised.
Mr. Ram is O level.
Yeah,
He didn't go to university. Okay? So he worked in my factory. He worked with me in Eastman.
Yeah.
He got all these characters. He's only a operator. And later on, we know he's good. We promote him to become supervisor.
Yes.
You know, recently, we pay his salary 32,000 ringgit a month. Why? Because we want to keep him. We just patented. You know, our product, PRND and all these things. He learned how to split. One of his patent is to split one of these difficult rare earth element, which pair up, and he know how to split it, and he know how to do it in the most efficient and cost-effective manner. So what did the management say? Hey, let's patent it. Now it's under Linus. What do you get? When I tell people this guy is O-level qualified, but he is very innovative. But again, Mr. Ram, his fundamental is strong. Without fundamental, he cannot proceed. So his fundamental is strong. He is innovative. He is resilient. Because he patented for us, we are paying 32,000 ringgit a month for an O-level boy. That is big money.
Okay, I'm glad you said it, Dr. Sri. You know what? I've been telling so many people, if you really study up to Pond 5, you don't have to go to universities because you learn everything in high school. And that's where the basic are taught. Some of the engineers, they cannot even tell the difference between independent and dependent variables. And that's you learn this.
No, between screwdriver and spanner.
Yeah. And screws and nuts. So I think, Dr. Sri, you must share with us, the name of this person. I think we must glorify this guy.
Okay, if you want to glorify, Dato', I just told the minister and the powers that be, Linus is expanding 1.5 billion ringgit plant, a new plant in Kalgoorlie, and we are building a 600 million ringgit plant in Texas. Detail engineering is done by these boys, my boys, budak-budak from Temelloh, budak-budak from Mentakau, and one guy is complaining, am I supposed to run Kuantan or Texas? Because his wife cannot see him. In the end, he made up his mind. He is moving the whole family to Linus, Texas. They have offered him a green card. So what I'm saying, if you are innovative, other countries will take you. Same like the Indian in the Silicon Valley. Once you are innovative, you have the correct mindset, which is developed by hopefully the university can develop that. If Malaysia is not careful, other countries will take them. My boss now Australia is offering permanent resident. America is offering green card. Why? Because the splitting of that element, the detail engineering, they patented it. Thank you, sir.
Excellent. You should be consulted. You should be consulted by my brother, my younger brother. You know why? He's the ASM committee on talent for a younger brother. So you should, I would must into, because this is the one way to, one time I was running Alam Sekitar Malaysia Seni Berhad. Right? All my technicians, SPM holders. You know how much I paid them in 1997? 3,000 ringgit. And my shareholders not happy at all. And I managed to turn around the company that I give them incentive to split for every ringgit they earn the moment they achieve beyond 92%. And I lost because I have this scheme for my SPM holders technician. See?
All right.
Anyway, the
Yeah.
challenge for the university, Professor Dato Ahmad,
Yes.
is how are you going to produce your engineers that will meet the developed countries' requirement and need, just same like the 30% of the CEO of in the Silicon Valley are from India.
Yes.
India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct?
All the companies from India.
Yeah, thank
I
you
have
very
been to
much.
India.
I think both Dato Marshall and Dato Bakar, Mr. Ram, there's been a very fruitful exchange of views because we